Hello guys, this is fairbinaryoptions.com, and being the weekend, of course we are analyzing the markets and looking at opportunities and scenarios heading into next week, and what are the important currency pair. Then the euro US dollar is on deck. Well, I would like to start with the fact that the euro dollar, of course, closed the week extremely bearish, on a bearish note, basically establishing something like 3 or 4 years low, something like that. Not 3 or 4, but anyways, establishing new lows, taking the previous lows. So these were the previous lows. Then we had the lows with the FOMC. Then we have a spike higher, attracting here at the highs a lot of bulls, but then Friday was only pushing lower, and of course taking the previous lows. It was so obvious that the market is going to close the previous lows as it moved only in one-sided. Now, I don't know if you know how these markets are functioning, but normally the move lower here came not because of new bears, but because of bulls. Because if you're buying here on Thursday on the move to the upside, thinking that the market is going to reverse and so on and so on, and by the time Friday comes, okay, the market's pushing lower, and in order to close a long position you need to sell as well. So actually all this move into Friday, this squeeze to the downside, was caused by bulls, not by bears, because bulls, being trapped in the wrong direction here, they were forced to cover their position. In order to cover such a position you need to sell in order to cover a long position, and they sold each and every spike. So actually, if you wanted to if you were bearish and if you were short around this level, all you wanted to do is to wait for a spike and then to sell again, because the whole price action and the whole bearishness was actually, on Friday at least, being caused by bulls and not by bears. Now, how about trading this next week? We have a contract in triangle that broke lower with the FOMC, and then after this contract in triangle broke lower, so after the triangle here broke lower, we have an impulsive move to the downside, a 5-way structure. But then this move from Friday, it is simply channeling 2L. As you can see, this is channeling 2L. It means it is still corrective. So what I'm looking here into going into next week is for the market to go a bit more to the downside when compared with the lows in the previous wave here. So to advance something like 2780, 2770, something like this. Then to form a contract in triangle, as this is a corrective wave. So a 3-way structure, an X wave, then a contract in triangle, A, B, C, D, E, and then to go and make another low, and so on and so on. The euro US dollar is still bearish, not because the euro US dollar is bearish, but because the US dollar is bullish. The Fed probably would move on rates sooner rather than later, regardless what they are saying. And I suspect, based on the recent releases that we have from the United States, that the non-farm payrolls basically is going to be much better than anticipated. It remains to be seen anyways, but our trading plan and our plan for trading the euro US dollar into next week is still to the downside. So looking to buy put options at the opening on a Monday with end of week expiration day. It is, if you want an aggressive trade, as the euro US dollar is pushing to the downside for quite some time now, and each and every spike higher was only corrective. So we need to go where the market is going, and the only way to do that is to stay short or to buy put options, because if you're looking for lower values when you trade binary options, it means that you're looking for put options. Thank you very much. fairbinaryoptions.com here. We just looked at the euro US dollar and with these bearish implications. Make sure you check fairbinaryoptions.com. Make sure you go and check our Binary Options Academy, as we have there a lot of analysis, and of course make sure you understand what bearishness for the euro US dollar means. Have a great day. Bye bye.